Hello all and welcome to the Ginger Geek Show. So today is talking all about Marvel, specifically announcements that was made at the Disney Plus day. At the time of recording, it was yesterday for myself. I was working, so I never really had a chance to actually watch it when I think it was meant to be watched. I'm not 100% sure. I just saw it on Disney Plus and I thought, I'll watch it. So this is going to be a breakdown of the whole thing. It was 14 minutes long. Half of it was spent on watching stuff that I've already watched. I was like, okay, this was pointless, but I'm going to break down the whole thing, stuff that was announced, stuff that we kind of basically knew. First of all, kind of want to talk about was Hawkeye, obviously. Now this is the one that's coming out pretty soon, the 24th. First two episodes will be up on the 24th, which I'm very looking forward to. So they showed, there was a wee bit kind of clips, there was a wee bit of a trailer, and then they showed, like, not even like, it didn't even feel like a scene, it felt like a full-on sequence where I felt like they were showed way too much here. But I did really like it though. I'm really looking forward to Hawkeye. It feels more kind of that grounded Netflix style kind of stuff, and I'm very much into that. I thought Kate Bishop was great. I'm really liking her. It's nice seeing Hawkeye getting a little bit more kind of time to shine, especially for Jen Moreno. I really like seeing that. But yeah, so there was a couple of bits and bobs we got there. We saw a little bit more of Echo, which I'll come back to her pretty soon. So it was nice that we got that. It just, my personal preference was I felt like it was almost showcasing a little bit too much, and it was getting to a point of have they got no faith in this? I don't know, that they feel like they have to really showcase off so much of quite a big sequence. I liked it. There was the trick arrows and all that. I thought it was overall very nicely done. So that was kind of the Hawkeye stuff. Which is obviously coming out pretty soon. There was three stuff that they kind of showcased off in terms of footage wise, and that was Moon Knight, She-Hulk and Miss Marvel. Now, I don't know if they're kind of insinuating that's when they're going to be in release order next year. It would kind of make sense, Moon Knight coming out kind of early next year, because Miss Marvel was originally meant to come out early next year, but now that's been pushed back to the summer. There's rumblers and rumblings and going about that apparently it's because of that the CGI and all that in terms of Miss Marvel's powers and all that, and apparently they're kind of, I think, putting a little bit more time and effort into so kind of talking about Moon Knight first of all. As I said, it was all like kind of like 30 seconds kind of roughly each bit, but I think out of all the trailers the Moon Knight one felt quite effective to me, because it kind of really showed off the kind of tone and Oscar Isaac's performance of what he's kind of going with this. Now, if you know the character of Moon Knight, it's actually a very interesting character. Yes, it's basically just Batman, but the fact that the character has schizophrenia and actually uses that as kind of his kind of way of getting about is quite, because I remember those in comics. He had a personality kind of disorder, and he used one to be a taxi driver to get the ground level, then one was like a businessman to get the high level, and it was actually really interesting stuff, and kind of way to kind of to use it, and sometimes use the difficulties you have in life, like me trying to say simple words here, kind of use it as for good, and it's quite interesting actually. I always liked that about kind of Moon Knight. But the footage, there was a nice wee shot of Moon Knight in his back with a cape. I think it looked great, the costume. But it'd be good to see it properly up and close, but I thought that looked really quite good. There was the She-Hulk stuff, which, so taking from this, we still have the Professor Hulk. I'll be seeing a lot of people complain about that, as geeks always do. So we had the footage of Professor Hulk. He's still Professor Hulk. Now, interesting that obviously in Shang-Chi, we do see Bruce Banner, so I don't know if they're going to, in time, they're going to maybe announce that, oh, Shang-Chi actually takes place, because I think Shang-Chi's a bit of a kind of muddle right now in terms of where it's kind of taking place, and maybe this might kind of, I don't know, maybe kind of help it. There was a nice shot of behind of She-Hulk, and I was like, oh, okay, right, that's actually pretty kind of, just the kind of physique and the kind of the feel of it kind of felt very of what She-Hulk should look like. So I like that, and there was a nice bit at the end where there has been rumblings that there's going to be a mix of kind of comedy and kind of the same feel as WandaVision, and you got that with the kind of, I don't know what it was, but I was kind of interested because it was very of the kind of 80s Hulk stuff, and then Jennifer Walters obviously says, oh, you will like it when I'm angry, in a very cheesy manner. It's interesting what they might be going with this, so that I thought that looked good. The Miss Marvel stuff looked fine. Yeah, there wasn't really much to kind of talk about there. That one we do have brights more of in terms of other trailers, and I'm assuming they're insinuating those three. It's going to be in order of it's Moon Knight next, and then which would be good for Moon Knight because that's a brand new character in terms of MCU. So I've had all three actually. Yeah, that's actually interesting. Actually, the next three are actually going to be new characters introduced into the MCU, unlike the previous stuff with WandaVision, Falcon, and Loki, where it was already established characters in the MCU. So it'll be interesting this time to actually see, okay, them building a new character in this type of narrative, and you know, I'm looking forward to that. The only other kind of bit of kind of footage that was kind of revealed was for Secret Invasion. We had this really just quick shot of Samuel Jackson as Nick Fury, now sporting a big grey beard, and if you look at the back of his head, he is a little bit kind of wee bits of kind of hair kind of sticking out. So, you know, he's and also no eye patch as well. Another one. He's looking a bit rough and a bit rugged, and a lot of folks saying, oh, you know, he looks older and all that. But like, I hate to tell you, but Samuel Jackson always berates kind of did, but because he always had the black fake, you know, obviously goatee that he had. That was never real, and I think that's why he always managed to kind of always look the same, because well, he was bald. You ain't seen grey hair there, and obviously that was obviously dyed and fake. So naturally is going to kind of relatively look the same. So doing this, it's the first time where you're kind of like, oh wow, they're having to age him up here a little bit almost. So it'll be interesting what they're going. Is this the real Fury? Who knows? At what kind of route they're going down. That maybe he feels like he has to kind of look like this to kind of maybe what's kind of going on with the who do we trust scenario with Secret Invasion. I'm really looking forward to Secret Invasion. I really love that story. It's one of my favourite storylines in all of my Marvel comics. So I'm really looking forward to that one. So that was all the kind of footage that was announced and kind of revealed. The stuff after it was just kind of just quick logo shots, really, nothing really much else. So you had I Am Groot, which was already announced. I remember rightly, it's just going to be like kind of small, kind of wee mini kind of short sort of stuff. It's not kind of a big kind of deal. The next one was the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, which is coming out next year, I believe, in December of next year. Which you know, I think it'll be quite fun. You know, that will be coming out. I think they're filming that while they're doing the third one. I think they're doing it before the third one. I'm not 100%, but I think they are. The AGATHA show, which I don't know. I don't know. I'm a bit kind of half and half in this one, because you know I liked AGATHA in the show, but do I feel like it needed a whole show just on that character? I don't know. I really liked her. You know, we have no idea the way they're kind of going to go down in this route. So we'll see what happens there. Another one that was already announced was Ironheart. Nothing was, as I said, there was nothing again revealed. It was just like a new logo. We will be seeing this character. She will be introduced first, I believe, in the Black Panther movie. So who the hell knows when this show's going to come out? It might be quite some time, because the recent Black Panther movie keeps kind of getting halted. There seems to be kind of issues going around there. So that might be quite a while to that. The next one I'm looking forward to is Armor Wars. I think I'm the only one looking forward to that, because I bloody love Don Cheadle, and it's great finally seeing him as well, getting more time to shine. So I'm quite looking forward to that. I quite like that storyline as well. It's quite a good one, and it kind of makes sense with Tony not being here now. It's like, yeah, that stuff probably will be stolen more than ever. So I'm interested in that regard of what might happen there. I mentioned her obviously previous in the Hawkeye show. You did see her in the clip that was revealed, and this was, to be fair, rumoured. It wasn't like properly confirmed or announced, but we are getting Echo show, which could be interesting, because she very much connects with Daredevil. So you know there's rumours that the Hawkeye show, you know, this is just a rumour, that Kingpin might appear in that series. So I feel like they're starting to kind of, you know, lay out that kind of world again, and I think they're doing it smart with Hawkeye, because he kind of fits in that kind of world. He is more the kind of, you know, boots on the ground kind of type character. So I think to me that doesn't seem weird. You know, I'll wait to pass judgment on what I might think of this Echo character until I kind of see on Hawkeye. So for right now, it's just kind of, you know, I'm curious, but you know, so at least maybe it might help with watching now Hawkeye. I'm going, oh, I'll probably actually keep an eye on this character more, because I guess we're going to get more of her. A couple of other stuff that was more just announcement of a second series was we're getting a Loki season 2, which, well, we all knew because obviously that was revealed at the end of the show, and we're also getting a season 2 of What If. Now, I remember from a lot of people, reviews and all that, critics, fans alike, I think What If was kind of yeah, a lot of people weren't huge on What If. I didn't mind it, I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. I thought it was fine, and that was kind of as far as it went. So we'll see what they kind of do with season 2. I'm not holding high hopes, but we'll see what else comes out of that. What it might be connected with this, it might be the same one, or I kind of hope it's a completely new thing. But we're also getting a Marvel Zombies animated series. I'm kind of half and half of, I hope it's kind of not that kind of one. If they say it's a completely new, you know, animated show, it's just a different universe, but whatever, I'll be more interested. Because it is a neat kind of storyline, so it'll be interesting what they kind of, you know, do with it. You know, would it maybe be connected with Doctor Strange? You know, we might see that, the zombie universe. I'd quite like to see that. That could be interesting. So that was kind of the overall main chunk. There's two last ones I really want to talk about, which I'm probably the most excited about out of these announcements. The first huge, biggest one, which there was rumblings and rumours, but I just never thought it would have happened. X-Men is coming back, the animated series from the 90s. And I was very excited when I saw that announcement. There was a couple of things they kind of did say that kind of got announced, kind of outside of this actual announcement by rights, was the original writers will be back, but as consultants, which is kind of neat that they're going to be involved in some kind of capacity. And the biggest thing was, I thought, was they're actually bringing back some of the voice actors as well. Specifically, which I'm quite happy about, the one that voiced Wolverine, who I really quite liked. That voice of Wolverine always really kind of stuck with me. If it hits the childhood, that stays with you for the rest of your life. That's why nostalgia is completely ruining movies, let's be real. So I was really excited when I heard that, and it's going to continue off where the last X-Men ended. So I was really excited about that. And lastly, we are getting a brand new Spider-Man animated series called Freshman Year. Now, the first when I heard about this, I was like, alright, okay, cool. You know, I was like, about, you know, Spider-Man, I'll never go wrong with that. Until actually I read the synopsis that was announced actually after this announcement. And I'm going to read it quickly here, and it made me more interested than ever about this show. The animated series follows Peter Parker on his way to becoming Spider-Man in the MCU, with a journey unlike we've ever seen and a style that celebrates the character's early comic book roots. So when I read that, I was like, oh right, okay, it's actually part of the MCU, and it's also going to actually showcase of Tom Holland's Spider-Man's origin. Now, first of all, I just want to quickly say it's not been confirmed yet if Tom Holland is going to voice this said character. We don't know that yet. It could be the guy that voiced him in the what was it, the What If show, who did actually a pretty decent job, to be fair. So it could be that. I think because like Disney's allowed to use Spider-Man in some regards. Like I know they've got the toy sales and all that, but I don't know if they're actually allowed to use Tom Holland for certain things. Hence why he wasn't in What If. So I think there might be something around that. I'm not 100%, but it is neat that they're finally going to do this, and it'll be interesting to see who's, you know, we're obviously going to see Uncle Ben again. He's going to have to get killed. Poor old Uncle Ben. He never gets a cut out of this franchise of Marvel. But so yeah, I was you know, I would have been fine with anything of Spider-Man. I always enjoy watching different you know, versions of Spider-Man. I always enjoy that, you know, keeps it fresh and new. But I was excited more so when I saw this, and I was very much happy with this news. So that's the overall breakdown of the Disney Day Plus announcements of Marvel. There was obviously Pixar and Star Wars that had done, and Obi-Wan Kenobi, where Ewan McGregor sounded so Scottish, where he replied with "you know," which is it's such a Scottish thing to kind of end every sentence with that. But yes, I'd like to know what you guys think with this. Did you like these announcements? I've seen people like, oh, that was a disappointment. I was like, why are people so goddamn like when I was growing up, we just didn't have this type of amount of stuff. I'm so, like, I'm in cloud nine with the amount that we get now. Bring it on. I'm so happy with this. X-Men's coming back, the original stuff. We're getting origin of Spider-Man. It's great stuff here. So I'd like to know what you guys think. Comment down below. More videos in the future. So until then, see you later.